Thank you, John. Every year, the YWCA recognizes dynamic women whose qualities have made them successful in their fields. This year's honorees work in marketing, education, and government, just to name a few of the fields. And they will all receive the 2016 Career Women of Achievement Award at a luncheon on May 11th, which I'm proud to MC. Honorees Dr. Lakshmi Sammarco and attorney Susan Zaunbrecher are here with YWCA President and CEO Barbara Perez. Ladies, so good to see all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
very
coming
much
in. Dr. Sammarco, let me start with you. You're the first woman coroner in Hamilton County.
Yes, that's correct.
And you've been quite successful so far. You just got funding for your new crime lab.
Did, yes.
Tell me about your years as the coroner. How's it been for you?
Very busy, unfortunately, and it's been an unexpected position, really. I didn't go out for this position then, but as I spent time with the people in the office and law enforcement, I started seeing things that I felt where I could make a difference. And so I stuck with it. Really teaching kids about drugs and staying off drugs, and then we are seeing in our communities, every part of our community, the decimation from drugs. And we want kids to stay in school, we want them to stay off drugs, we want them to stay alive. The violence out there that goes along with the drug trade.
So that's something you want to continue when you
Absolutely.
get your new crime lab?
Absolutely. In fact, we want to build a crime lab in such a way that students and school groups and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and the entire community can come through and tour. Because I know there's a tremendous amount of interest, and unfortunately our facility is such right now that we just can't really do
tours. It's too cramped and it would compromise evidence and things like that. Susan, let me come over to you now. I read that your motto is lift as you climb. Tell me about that.
That is actually the motto of the YWCA, but I agree. And as chair of the corporate department at Dinsmore, I have spent a lot of time trying to keep women in the profession, trying to keep women rising as I did, and keep things going.
Why is it so important for women who rise through the ranks as you did? I mean, you're with the biggest law firm here in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Why is it so important for us to focus on those women below us?
We need to keep women in the profession. Having all sorts of people in the profession, men, women, we need everybody. And it's been hard to keep women rising through the ranks, keeping them in the profession.
Why
it's
is it
hard.
Because
it's a hard job. It's very difficult. The hours are difficult. Dr. Sammarco knows this as a doctor. We spend a lot of time working. And if you want to have a family and that balance and life quality, it's difficult. And so we need to make it available to everybody so they can do that.
Barbara, I've been to the luncheon a few years now, and I'm always so impressed with the women that you choose. It's such an inspiring afternoon to spend. How do you choose the women for the Career Women of Achievement Awards?
We have an incredible committee of women volunteers from the community and past honorees, actually. And we vet quite a few before we make a final selection. And this year, Zainab Salbi is our speaker. She's an Iraqi American. She's an immigrant, victim of war, victim of domestic violence. And we thought she fit with a lot of the messaging and a lot of the programs that we provide.
And the other part that I really like that doesn't get as much publicity, I think, as the women in our community, is that you honor a young woman, a high school student, with a scholarship. Tell me about that.
So that's the Mamie Earl Sells Scholarship, and we just celebrated that, the winner, last weekend. And it's an African-American young woman, and it's someone who's been through hardship and has overcome a lot of difficulties in her life. And so I was just floored last week when we recognized also the runner-ups. And their stories are just so powerful. And these are young women making it against the odds. They're living in communities with drugs and violence, and many of them victims of domestic violence themselves. So for me, it's as special as the 8 women career honorees.
Some women you can lift.
That's right. That's right.
So I only have about 20 or 30 seconds left, but Susan and Lakshmi, I want to ask you, was there one woman who really lifted you?
My mother.
Your mother, Susan?
And for me, it was my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
An immigrant from Italy who came here with nothing.
There you go.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm sure they're so proud of you. And I'll see you on May 11th, all
Thank
three
you.
of you.
Yes.
Thank you
And
all
thank you for
coming
doing
in
that.
to talk with us today.
It's going to be a great afternoon.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
There's more on the Career Women of Achievement. We'll link that to our website, and we'll see you May 11th.